which of the microscope parts were the hardest for you to remember? Emily? Okay, Rebecca?
Coarse focus knob and fine focus knob.
Okay, so do you know which one is which ones with the words?
Pardon?
So do you know the big knob is the coarse focus or the fine focus once you have the words?
Yeah.
Okay. Eric?
I have the ocular. Oh, I remember that so good.
Okay. Ben?
The face.
So when you use the microscope today, what I want you to work on is your inner voice. Literally, talk to yourself as you're using the microscope and say, okay, I'm going to sharpen up the focus and I'm going to use the fine focus knob. And actually talk through it in your brain as you use the parts of the microscope.
I have a question about the hearts. Can we can we talk to the girls in class because we need
the game does not go on during class.
So they can't
break.
If we talk, they can't take the hearts.
No.
Okay.
Unless you are deliberately baiting them, then
What?
if you're deliberately baiting them,
I don't know what that means.
teasing them, bugging them,
Oh.
because you can talk to them during the class, that's not fair. If
Okay.
you're talking to them about science stuff, then no, you shouldn't be able to take somebody's heart.
Okay.
Okay? So talk through the parts as you do today's lab. Okay? What I want to introduce today formally is doing microscope calculations, although you already figured it out yesterday. We're just going to record it so that it's somewhere. You don't have textbooks for this class. That's why we need to do the notes and make sure that you have that information somewhere so that if you forget it in the future, you have your shadow book in order to come back to. So you already figured out how to do this. Remember when we were talking about how many times those different eyepiece and lens pieces magnify things? And you really quickly figured out that if I multiplied the two numbers together, I would get the total number of times that image is magnified. So we're on the third step of your shutter book, but I want you to make sure that you write as if you're going to be writing more, because this is only part A. And there's 3 microscope calculations that I'm going to be teaching you. If you need to go get your shutter book, go get it from your folder. The 2 numbers that we need to find on the microscope in order to be able to do total magnification are the eyepiece magnification that you look through, and the objective lens magnification, which is down here. Usually, the numbers are followed by an X, so that literally translates as 10 times. Sometimes it's just the bigger number because there's 3 or 4 different numbers written on the side of a lens piece. They're telling you about things like field of view and so forth. The objective lens magnification also has a number standard on the side. So if this multiplies the image 4 times, and then this does 10 more times, then the total of the two is going to be 40 times magnification. Our microscopes have the same magnifications on low, medium, and high. If you were to go to a university or another post-secondary lab, you might be dealing with microscopes that have different magnifications. So it is actually possible for me to pop out one of those lenses and maybe substitute it with a 5 times magnification, and the objective lenses, I can change those too. So if my eyepiece was 5 times and my objective lens magnification was 15 times, then how many times would the image actually be multiplied by? Okay. So 75 times magnification. What about if I switched up the medium power and instead of having a 10 times objective lens, I double that one, more than double that magnification, and now I have a 25 times objective lens. What do I get?
125.
Yes. What about if I reduce my high power to a 35 times magnification?
107.
Okay, Ben?
175.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
175 times magnification. So it's really easy to change the magnification power of a microscope. Do you think that this microscope is the strongest magnification equipment in the whole world?
No.
How many times do you think we have the capability to magnify an image?
10,000.
Yes.
That is rich.
About 100,000 times.
100. Oh, holy crap.
Now, if I win, $60 million draw, and had nothing else to spend my money on, I might consider getting an electron microscope. But it's pretty pricey.
What? How much?
It's pretty pricey.
How much?
It costs a couple $1 million.
Oh.
Well, then you have to maintain it. It's a very complicated piece of equipment. And depending on whether or not you have a transmission versus a scanning electron microscope, you might have to have some gold on you too. So you have to cut things in gold. So it's this would get us up to about 400 times magnification, but there are stronger microscopes out there that allow us to see at an incredibly high magnification. So today we are going to go back here. Today we are going to practice calculating and sketching something underneath a microscope.
Can we just take a picture?
Today we are going to be looking at an onion.
Please. What is that? Can we just take a picture of this?
One sketch is the compromise.
So, one
I
picture.
never got to write down the whole chart.
Sorry.
This one?
No, fine.
This one?
So, we can't take a picture of the picture?
No. You are going to be looking at the inner skin of
And we can
the
eat it. The inner skin.
Not the outer skin. It's very hard to see the cells. You want to take the scale of onion, and the outside is where you bend it. Bend it away from your eyes, otherwise it's going to make you cry. Okay, onion inside. And when you hear that snap, that means you've broken the outer scale. And you want to pull the two apart and get this lovely transparent skin. That's the inner skin.
It is
Okay. You're going to lay it out on your side. Now it's really want to watch out because this is moist living tissue. So what you'll need to do is wet your fingers a little bit. And put a drop or two of water on the onion skin so that it doesn't shrivel up. Once it shrivels up, you don't see much. Okay. You will need a cover slip. And I usually take the cover slip and just gently flatten that onion skin so that there's no wrinkles. And then put the cover slip down so the onion skin is fairly secure underneath there. Then you are going to need to look at this underneath low power. Make sure that you turn down the brightness on the microscope because it's too bright. You're going to wash things out and you're not going to see this. This is transparent and it's colorless.
Jesse, you didn't have to write that down.
Step 14, you're going to make a lap sketch or take a picture. 3 to 4 boxes of what you see. Okay? You'll understand what I mean by a box when you take a look at it. And then if you've studied anything about the cell, see if you can label some parts. If you don't know anything about the cell, that's okay. Because some people might have a bit of knowledge about this.
About skin. About, yeah, right.
You might have studied things about the cell. I always like to put a little bit of a challenge question in there to see if you can push your knowledge a little bit. Once you've done on the skin, sketch or photograph, then you're going to add a stain to it.
Oh.
Now, it is a biological stain. Its job is to stain. Which means, if you get any on yourself, it will stain. Which is why I'm wearing my lab coat, because I'm wearing a shirt that is white, and I can't have
Can we use the
bad things white.
What's that for again?
So,
His job is to stain body.
this is called McLean Blue. You see why? Alright, be sure. In part 2, you are going to staining so that we can see stuff. When it's like this, it's going to be a little bit hard to see. So, take some off the eyebrow. Hold it like this.
It's stained.
And how we
Yeah, I'm guessing black skin. I mean, onion skin.
just let gravity pull the stain underneath the slime.
Oh, beautiful.
Okay.
We do that before.
Don't melt that much, and by holding your slide on an angle, that methylene blue will go underneath. If you add too many drops of methylene blue, it will be so dark you won't be able to see it.
What if we drew right up?
So you want some methylene blue, but not a lot. Then you're going to take a look at the blue area underneath the microscope and see what you see. Really cool. So, for your results, which are on this page here,
Yummy.
you must have one sketch. You take one picture, you must have one sketch. If you take a picture, you either have to email it to me or share it with me so that I get the picture. And then there will be some questions.
Have at her.
When we try pictures, it will be like drawing like particles, right? Like we'll be drawing like
Everybody does their own lab reports. Lab reports are always. Okay, I'm going to move this stuff back over to the counter. While I do that, remember that people who are at the lab stations, you're going into that cupboard. People who are at the table, you're going into the cupboard behind them. And you can take that microscope that I pulled out.
Hey, Rick, it's Robinson. Setting manual.
Please.
Hey Rick, I already got us one.
Where'd you get that? Over there.